people actually don't realize that the Mexican cartels and that are shipping all this coke in, they actually have half of their gang in Australia, but they're just watchers. All they do is... Hooray! We back, bitches. Yeah.
Hello.
Welcome back, boys. We've missed a week. We're a man down. I hate missing a week, bro. It feels like we miss a month when you miss a week. It's fucked.
How's your 2 weeks been? It's been 2 weeks, man. I'm bad right now. I'm bad. My neck hurts. I hurt my neck in my sleep. You know, when you wake up and
you slept wrong.
Oh, my neck is fucked.
Hold on. I've got to grab something to show the people.
In the park.
Second place for my son, mate. Proud dad moment. I mean, technically, he was the fastest one there by a mile, but if anyone knows my dog, he's a bit of a worrywart. And in the finals, of course, he got charged by another dash hound. He stopped running. He was still able to secure second place even with that incident. So,
where'd you go for this thing, by the way?
London Showgrounds. It's about 20 minutes.
How does it work? Were the dogs in the fucking gates like an actual race?
Nah. But it was like they made like a little fenced off area.
Right.
It was only like a fucking 5 meter thing. It wasn't far. Like it wasn't far distance at all. And so you have your owner on one end. So we had Chloe on one end holding him, and I was on the other end like G'ing him up, going, "Come on, Dad, come on!" And then 3, 2, 1, you let go of your dogs, and they all fucking sprint to the other side. It was cool. There was heaps of dash hounds there too, but those were like Frenchies, pugs, there was like heaps of other dogs there. So yeah, it was cool, man. So second place for Douglas, man.
What do you win?
This ribbon. That was it. Yeah. Well, bragging rights.
Where'd you hear about this anyway?
Facebook. Saw it on Facebook. We've been wanting to do one for ages, and we always miss them. So it was good to actually go.
I always wondered that. Like, how do they get the dogs to fucking run straight? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they're untrained dogs at all. They're just fucking mutts and shit.
You should have seen the pugs, bro. That was chaos. that was after the dash hounds. It was like 3, 2, 1. They all just went. They all just went in different directions and shit, bro. It was fucking funny. Mind you, during the pug race, this fucking guy walks in with a Frenchie. And everyone's like looking like, that's not a fucking pug. And the other pugs must have known that it wasn't a pug. So when the race started, all the pugs charged the Frenchie and started attacking the Frenchie, bro. God. It was crazy, man. It was mad.
So it's like heat. They have like a per breed.
Yeah, different
races. Were they any like
that.
Fucking Great Danes or something?
Like
German Shepherd, fucking Bull Mastiff?
Nah, there was big dogs there, but they weren't racing. They need a way bigger like area to race in anyway. So yeah. What's been going on, man?
Same old, man. I worked yesterday. They got me to work yesterday.
Ooh.
So today was my only day off. It's hard. It's been hard to organise a podcast lately. We've been busy. Everyone's busy. Man. Joey is busy today. He was coming up until the last minute. So you see how things happen. But anyway, we can't really miss again. But we'll have Joey back as soon as we can. Yeah, man. Just fucking, doing shit. Killing shit.
Welcome to all the people that joined the Discord, man. A few new numbers. We're at 82 members. Yum, trying to get to 100. So very interesting. I didn't realize how powerful Reddit was. Reddit's a great tool for recruiting and then like networking and that. So yeah, that's fucking cool, man. So welcome, guys. If you're checking this podcast out, welcome to the cult. You drink blood on Thursdays. So I might start filming that as well.
I have a couple points. I did only 2 Instagram things because I thought I've been doing less of them. But in episodes, it was just us 2. They might be good to have, but this week we don't have them. I only have 2 things we'll go through later. Or 3 things, I don't remember. Anyway, man, what's new, bro? What's going on? How's life? How's the fucking music, the trading, the work?
Yes, good. I've got a song in the works, cool song. It's a fucking like, dance track kind of thing. So that will be coming out very soon. Stratosphere is kind of popping off a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's still on down now.
Yeah, that was fucking
when it
good.
first came out. Yeah.
So I do have a single in the work. I do have a few beats. We're going to put together an album. We're going to do some more recording with Joel K, do some skits, do Confessions to a Doctor's going to continue, which we were going to do today, but I guess we'll just do that next week. Yeah, that's really it. I mean, trading good. I had a slow week on the charts this week. Only made 930.
That's a slow week. Only 930.
That's a slow week. That's a slow week. This is funny too, because when I uploaded that story, like, I don't mean it in a way to brag, but like, people were like, I got a few messages replying like, fuck, that's a slow week. I'm like, fuck. Like, what people need to realize, especially as your relationship with money and you start learning things about money, and that is like, it kind of like,
that was only 2 trades.
That was only 2 trades. So 2 trades this week, 2 wins. But like, when you're trying to make this, you know, like a full-time job where you can quit your 9 to 5, I mean, yeah, 900 is a pretty fucking slow week. That's what I make when I don't do any OT at work, and that's a slow week for me. Like, after I pay my bills and that, I've only got like a couple $100 left to play with. So you're like, ugh. So that's what I mean in like a terms of a slow week, because I'm seeing it more as a job. Like, I'm striving for that to be able to quit that 9 to 5. So. Yeah, I feel like I might be close, man. So like, again, I'm gonna keep my cards close to my chest for now. But there is I've got some big exciting things fucking happening in the works right now. So that's all I'm gonna fucking say. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to fucking, you know, say things too early, and then in case something doesn't happen, or, you know. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Very exciting. So yeah, that's what I mean. Slow week, because, you know, I want to go for, like, I want to make 3-4 grand a week, and I'm not going to stop on anything less than that's a slow week for me. So I'm going to keep striving for that, you know, that goal. But again, we'll see. So that was on the Swiss franc. That was great. I think that was my first time trading the Swiss franc too. So that was fucking awesome. And then what else? That's really it. Yeah, the people joining on the Discord, they're all little traders and that I've met on Reddit. So welcome. I'm gonna start uploading. Shout out to Doyle Lee, who's, you know, one of my mentors. This is something that he does, which I kind of want to implement. I think it's a fucking awesome idea. Every Friday on his Discord, he does Friday webinars where he goes live. People on the Discord can join in, ask questions. We look at the charts together, maybe take a trade together. You never know. I think I'm gonna start doing that. So bear with me. That is coming. I don't know if I'm going to start that before Europe though, or I might wait till after. I might upload a few little videos before Europe, only for the Discord. I might chuck some of them up on YouTube, but I'm not too sure yet. You know, I want an incentive for the Discord. I want it to be an exclusive fucking, you know what I mean? I want that Discord to have the most beneficial gains, whether it is trading, music, podcasting, gaming. It's all... If you're in the Discord, you get the most benefits. That's the whole point of the fucking Discord. So
yeah, and it is growing. Thank you, everyone, joining the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, join the Discord. What are you doing, man? Come on, there's people talking in there about anything you need, whatever you need. All right. I'm also working on the merch store. That's kind of where I'm putting a bit of my energy on going to very soon. I want to really build that up and do more with it. So I'm going to do proper photos. I'm going to redo the store, everything. I'm going to delete some products, keep it more minimal. Things we haven't sold, I'll delete them, and I'll add new products and things. The store, I mean, I don't care. You guys, it's our store, everyone's store. But I tried getting these guys to help me.
Yeah, we're the worst.
And no one helped me.
We are the worst.
So I'm going to do it on my own.
Yeah.
If you guys want to put new designs and things on there, do it. But regardless of what you guys do, what I'm trying to say is I'm going to do it anyway, because I want to do this store. I like managing it. I'm paying every month to have this fucking thing, so I'm going to use it. So I'm going to get proper photo shoot. I might hire a studio. I might buy a background and some lights. I don't know yet. And then I'm going to retake all the photos. I'm going to buy new merch for myself. I want to do more giveaways.
Yeah, giveaways.
So yeah, so that'll be coming too. We do a lot, man. We do a lot of shit. If you're not tapped in, join the Discord. It's the best way to see all this shit and have some input. Like M16 gives us heaps of ideas all the time.
That's why he's our mod, man. I mean?
So if you want to have some input in what we do on this show, because we kind of want to change it up a bit too, throw some new things in here. So let us know, man. Join the Discord. Instagram or Discord is the best way to reach either of us.
Yeah.
Discord's kind of more, you can have more of an input. On Instagram, you can reach out, send us a message, man, and we'll get to it. We do a lot of shit, man. Tripjacketmafia.com. Our website also has some links on there for you to fucking, if you want to apply to be a guest on this show, if you got a business or a local businessman or a local businesswoman, you have stuff to talk about, go on tripjacketmafia.com, fill out a form, and we'll get it in our email. And if you want to join the show, you can come on, maybe, it just depends.
There's a lot of shit we do, and I've got a lot of stuff planned, man. And if again, touch wood, if my plans all go well and exactly the way that I've been planning it, there's also going to be, I'm going to be focusing also on the YouTubes, but like I'm going to make some funny, like cool content, not just like streaming and gaming. I'm talking like, so I come up with this idea, which I think is great. I ran it by Steven yesterday. He thought it was fucking awesome. So what I want to do is, and obviously the trading is going to fund all this shit, but so what I want to do is, so when people have those glass chambers and they blow money and you got to try to catch the money. So I want to do one of those, but instead of money, we'll get all our mates, whoever wants to have a go, we'll fill it with Pokemon cards. And I'm going to I'll buy like a nice car, like a car that's worth like $5,000, $6,000 or something. I'll get like a rare card. It's going to be in there in like a little plastic sleeve to help protect it. And everyone, you can go in there obviously and try. And if you can, so you can obviously go for the cards. And if you somehow do catch that rare card, you have the choice of then at the end keeping that card, or you keep all the other cards that you've collected. You can't keep both.
That's a fucking mad idea.
How fun would that be?
I'm wearing a Pokemon shirt right now.
Yeah.
But we should also, that's a fucking awesome idea. We should also get some like little sleeves or little sheets of paper, get some feces inside, fold it over. Right, so then everything's flying around.
But there's also a feces card.
So you might grab onto some shit on your hand.
Yeah.
That's a fucking great idea. Put vomit and shit in there, like do it like a fucking Fear Factor.
I'm just thinking, how fun would that be? Because think of it.
Snakes.
Chuck an alligator in there. Because think of it, just between my mates alone, there's like 10 of them. They all love Pokemon, especially Brad. He'd probably punch on for that card. that there alone is like the Sidemen. You've got like 10 of these little cunts, and we make them do funny shit for money.
Cunts.
Yeah, little cunts. We make them do funny shit for money.
Bro, we've been saying for a long time we want to step up the YouTube game, man. We'll go gambling. We'll go to the pub. We'll do fun shit. And this stuff we say is gonna happen. It is gonna happen. But for the most part, we're two dudes, right?
Yeah, it's hard.
And it's fucking hard with a full-time job, man. We have to fucking work. We've still got bills to pay.
Yeah.
And it's draining and it sucks the life out of us. We have all this potential and reach. We're almost there, but we just got to get rid of the fucking 9 to 5.
It's the 9 to 5. That's why
But we're getting there. We're closer than we've ever been.
It's time to take the leap, man.
I'm ready, bro.
I was talking to Mum. Even Mum was like, "Fuck, man, it's time. I think it's time for you to like take a risk."
Yeah,
like
fucking
take a risk.
Fortune favors the brave, my friend.
So again, like
you would be fine. If I quit my job right now, I wouldn't be fine. You would be fine because you're making my wage fucking trading.
Yeah.
That's more than enough. But anyway, I'll be able to quit my job soon too.
Trust me, you guys. There's probably some guys out there going, "Fuck, these guys always say they're going to do it," but trust me, it's in the works.
Man. It takes time.
In the works, bro. Trust me, man. All I'm going to say, guys, is be patient with me. You will be rewarded. That's all I'm going to say.
Of course, we love all you guys who appreciate us. We have a lot of haters too, man. I get heated sometimes, man. You know the comments that heat me on TikTok, bro. Is I'll upload a clip of the podcast and it's the most unoriginal shit. Someone comments, "Let's start a podcast." Have you seen those comments?
Yeah.
That fucking... I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up, man. We've been doing this for 3 years. I got fucking music with big names.
We know what we're doing, bro.
And this guy with no profile picture comment, it fucking cooks me. And they're just like some junkie or loser.
That's a loser.
They're always... Have you noticed, right? What's made me deal with the hate comments a lot better these days, I was a lot worse. Now I just ignore them, right? And I just delete them because like I'm not going to let you, fuck it. Like you don't even get to, you comment, you waste your time, it's gone now anyway. Yeah. But what made me kind of deal with it a lot better is that they're always people with no profile picture, or if you click on their page, they're like weird, junkies.
They're ugly as.
They're like junkies or losers.
They're ugly fat.
Literally. And it's like people who really hate on the internet just are unhappy with themselves, bro. Why would you go out of
right.
your way? We're doing a podcast. I bet you wish you could do a podcast too. It's not always about how many people are watching, how famous you are. We're doing this for fucking fun, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it just cooks me that those fucking dumb comments. I'm like, shut up, bro.
I love it. I love arguing back.
you fight.
I love arguing, but I'm just having a laugh about it. I'm not being serious. Like, I don't give a shit, but I just love revving them back up because they actually they get angry. Like on Reddit, like I was telling DZ off air. So on Reddit, I was talking about trading. Again, by no means am I a fucking master at this shit. It's not financial advice. You take my advice with a grain of salt. That's up to you. Right, but I'm making a little bit of paper, right? So it is what it is. Whether you believe it, whether you enjoy it, that's up to you. So I kind of have a small idea. I'm still a student of the game. I'm still learning. I still have my mentors. I'm still in these groups where I'm learning and talking to other traders and that. And then I made a comment on a Reddit where I was recruited a few traders who were trying to learn to my Discord, right? And I said, look, all this shit you're watching on YouTube is all cap, right? It's all clickbait. The YouTubers want you to follow along in these videos so they know where your stop losses are and then you become the liquidity. There's a fucking saying in trading. If you don't know where the liquidity is, it's you are the liquidity kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're the liquidity. People like me are waiting for people like you to enter trades. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. So I made a comment on Reddit saying, look, don't listen to this, yada, yada, yada. If you want, join my Discord. Don't listen to the YouTube BS. And again, man, appreciate it. We got a couple of members who joined the Discord and we've been talking. I've been trying to help. I just want to help people, man. If I can make money and I'm a fucking not the smartest guy in the world, I'm a high school dropout and I'm making fucking $900 extra a week trading, you can too. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to fucking act like I'm some master. I'm just trying to help people. That's all I care about, just helping others, right? If I can help some cunt pay his rent, bro, that to me is a fucking win in my book, right? And then some guy comments and goes, this guy's a goon. He's hating on YouTubers, yet he promoted his Discord. Lol. And I just replied, I was like, rookie hour, ? And then this other guy was like, oh, supply and demand is SMC, yada, yada, yada. And I just was like, bro, like the stupidity is remarkable, man. Like if you think supply and demand is fucking SMC, then that proves my point. But anyway, so the hate, man, it's fucking, I love it, man. I love it.
People don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They comment on shit, man. Like, but some comments make me laugh too, though, bro. I was cracking up to myself. I was watching fucking, I wasn't watching, but it came up the song, the fucking Ice Spice and the Pink Panther song. The fucking, he said, I'm good at it. Yeah. And people commenting, like girls and shit commenting like, oh, they killed it and shit, like she killed this verse, and then some guy comments, they both ass. They both fucking suck. I was just cracking up. It was just like guy, like all the girls are saying like, yeah, she killed this verse and shit. And the guys just like, they both ass.
Girls are supporting their females, man. Like, fuck, good on them, bro. Like, it's just, if you like,
some people are funny, man.
Bro, the internet's a wild place, man. It's the Wild West, bro. It's getting worse and worse, and people just have no idea what they're talking about and hate on people that are doing shit with their lives. That's what's the funniest part, bro.
If you leave hate comments, man, like people... All right, there's a plague on Earth, which is the podcast plague. Every man and his dog has a podcast. True.
Yeah. Yes.
But... get used to it, because I'm telling you, AI is coming, robots are coming, the jobs are going to get scarce and scarce, and you know what jobs are going to be left? The creative ones.
Yeah.
So this is why you're seeing so many people. It's more accessible than ever, and more people are going to have to make their money other ways. It's not at that stage yet, but it will be, and you're going to see more and more podcasts, and they're going to be, instead of huge podcasts, like 1 million followers is not much these days. It means nothing.
It's nothing.
There's thousands and thousands of YouTubers with 1 million subscribers that we've never heard of.
Yeah.
But they're their own little community.
Yeah.
And that's what it's going to be. And it's going to grow and grow. You might not be into this community, but there'll be this. And you'll see millions of podcasts and everywhere on TikTok, because people say you market yourself, man. You make clips. It's the same with music. It's the same with everything. You're going to have to find your own money, your own way. Because your factory worker job where you're just lifting boxes, putting this over there, that shit's going, man. It's going to be gone. quicker than we think. This stuff moves quick. It's like 10, 20 years, bro. Shit's going to be changing.
That's why I'm fucking trying to get out of the rat race. Like,
you have to, some way.
by this year. Like, that's my goal is, I reckon, by the end of this year, man, I'll be finally able to pursue the goal, bro.
Trading is an awesome career path in this landscape,
man,
because that's something. It's literally swapping money. You're swapping money with each other. Yep. It's just giving money here. You lose. Someone loses money here. You win money, and it just keeps going. Yep. The more traders there are, it's actually better for the market.
It's
unlike where music, if you're a rapper starting out, and you're from
very saturated.
You're from Penrith, and there's 20 other rappers from Penrith that are doing better than you. That puts you off, and it's kind of like a bird. You see other rappers, and you kind of get salty, and you don't want to be. You want to be the only rapper. You know what I mean? Whereas trading, it doesn't matter how many people are trading.
The more, the better.
Exactly.
The more, the better, because it moves the market. The more volume, the better. And
by the way, just on the whole podcast thing, right? Yeah, there's a lot of podcasts, but we're different, man. We're just different. We're built different, man. These motherfuckers are boring, and their shit sucks. I've seen these fucking. You know what I mean? We're fucking good. Like, we are not a shit from day one. From day one, it's been a good podcast, and all the people who've watched, all my friends, all my homies, everyone, they love they say this shit is good, man. It's fucking good. So fuck you on TikTok, you motherfucker.
Suck on that TikTok. I'm gonna make this a clip. You can fucking suck my little nuts, man. I don't give two fucks about what you gotta say, man.
We're good, man, and I do want to change it up. I feel like, you know, I was saying this too. It was Pierce's birthday. We went on a pub crawl in Penrith maybe last week. And I was saying this to Pierce, we were talking about podcasts or whatever. And I said to Pierce, have you noticed that at the start when it was just us two, for the first episodes that we did where it was just us two, I was like so conspiracy and like into spirituality and the fabric of the universe and shit. Now, as we've gone on, like I've exhausted all of that. And now I just sound like a fucking ape. Like I'm just saying stupid shit and like all that. Like I seem wise at the start, and now it's just like I've already.
You've already exhausted.
Yeah, I said all that shit, bro. You want to hear that? Go to the first fucking episode.
We're still dabbling it though. It still always sort of comes back and makes its way back into the loop, you know.
But like that's all I was at the start. I was like, and we just kind of I realize this too as well with the podcast. You realize how some people we don't really notice as we've gone on, but like you do. It is something people get nervous about, and like you have to kind of be good at. Like you kind of podcasting, like talking like this. Like a lot people who come on for the first time, they're always nervous and shit. They don't even think twice about it. You know?
Yeah. Well, it is nervous. It's the whole headphone situation. That's I think what wigs people out. Like because hearing yourself talk and that, like, but you get used to it. But.
And you can be good at it because what I noticed too is that Joey from day one, he was built for. Man, he loves it. You know what I mean, and he's in his element.
That's why I asked him to join on as a host. Man, and we got good fan feedback from Joey K. So anyway, so Chimp Empire. I'm only joking, Joey.
We'll say that.
Joey, the one request Joey had in our podcast in the inbox was, "Do not talk about Chimp Empire, please." I want to be there for it. So we're going to save that talk. I'm sure most people watched that. Man, have you watched it?
I watched the first episode.
I watched it. Bro, I've always said this about monkeys.
About it.
You can't trust a fucking monkey, man. That's all I'm going to say.
Have you seen, I sent you a video of this monkey I saw on TikTok. The monkey puts on the jacket. The guy.
Yeah. And he looks stylish, hasn't it? And shit, bro. It's like,
he puts it on.
Have you seen the monkey?
Orangutan. The orangutans are smart.
Yeah, have you seen the TikTok of the guy like holding a bit of fruit and the monkey's like, like he wants the fruit, like he's like just demanding the fruit like that. Like it's like fuck.
Yeah, they're fucking crazy.
They're fucked. Well, we'll save that topic for Jojo. Let me have a look here at the Discord because I've just noticed I keep forgetting to check the Discord Firecast questions.
Man, the whole point of it is ask us questions for the Firecast.
And I always fucking forget it. These guys are probably like, fuck these cunts. They never talk about it anymore. Firecast Q&A. Here we go. What did I miss?
Oh, it feels good, man. Feels good to be back. I have 2019 followers on Instagram now. Thank you, man.
Yum.
If you don't follow me on Instagram, DZ_TJM.
Let's say, does being high and making music make music better? I don't know. I've never made music stoned.
I can speak on this. So I used to smoke a lot of weed, and I've made songs where I've smoked a lot of weed, and I've made songs where I'm sober. And I would think now, I would say being sober, look, I like writing music and everything sober much better than I can when I'm stoned. I can't write when I'm stoned, but I can freestyle like a motherfucker when I'm stoned, which is super weird. But I've made tracks like some of the tracks where I freestyle in the actual song, I've been high for. So, Cherry Jazz, at the end of Cherry Jazz, if you notice, I have where the flow is the same.
That's a banger, man. That's a fucking banger.
I can't even remember what the fuck I say, but the flow, where the flow towards the end of the song becomes very the same, and all the lines are in the same flow. Oh, rappers like the ducks when I'm throwing bread in the sea. When I start doing that, I'm freestyling that at the end of Cherry Jazz. And that's why, like, it's just, but yeah, a lot of those tracks I've done that high. And I think looking back in hindsight, being sober is much better.
I feel like people really underestimate,
a drink's good for recording if I'm in the booth.
Yeah.
Drink, loosen up.
Yeah, I love drinking while I'm making music, but I think people really underestimate being sober. Like,
that's the best.
People don't understand. That's why. Don't get me wrong. On the weekend, I'll fucking drink like a fish, but during the week, I don't touch liquor because I like to stay fully at my most pinnacle point of focus. And I feel like that people need to realize, especially younger rappers coming into the game, all these other rappers talking about drugs and weed and recording on Xannies and that is fucking not good. Like, I don't recommend that at all. That's why half the songs of these cunts going, that's half the reason why mumble rap was a thing, was because these cunts, it's not a style, it's because these cunts are fucking that off their heads on prescription pills. They can't
understand
speak.
what the fuck is saying.
It's not a fucking style. It's literally because they're so fucking off their head. Like, so I think people really underestimate the power of being sober. Like, yeah.
I was a very functional smoker. Like, I would smoke weed and I would do functional shit. I would be you wouldn't be able to tell I was high. I can do the clothes. I would do the chores and shit, and I would, do my homework and shit, and it made it. I was very functional and good, but you never realize at the time. I thought, I can do it, but being sober is just it's not optimal, man. And I think it applies for music too. Some people might, like
I'm
it
sure
better,
there'd be some fucking
can write, and a lot of people do. It's good for inspiration, but just writing the words and stringing the words together in my phone and my notes or whatever, I just couldn't do it as well.
We've got marry, smash or kill Jezza, Elon Musk or Joe Biden. I'd marry Jezza because he'd make a good housewife, I reckon.
I think I agree.
Kill Biden and then smash.
That's easy, man.
Yeah, smash Elon Musk.
That's easy. Actually, I'd probably marry Elon Musk.
Smash Jezza. Kill Biden.
And kill Biden. Biden has to die. That's the thing, all right?
The Queen of the South. So so I've actually touched that on the other episode where the clip that clip went viral when I was talking about the elites on Queen of the South. Yeah, so we've touched on that before. That shit was 100% a hidden message. M16 says, would it be a good idea to hide my face and mostly hide my actual name as an artist and have a normal life outside of music if the music thing got successful? How do you think it would affect the musician's brand to be faceless? Example, people like Marshmello, Daft Punk.
I like that question.
That's a good question, man. I mean, I personally, I think showing your face is just the way to go because you can then connect with people better. That's my opinion. Like, I'm not a fan of those TikTokers where they're wearing balaclavas or masks or hiding their faces and doing shit musically in that. Don't get me wrong, a lot of those videos go fucking viral. But to me, personally, I like seeing what the dude looks like so you can kind of connect with the guy. I mean, he could be hiding his face because he's fucking ugly as fuck and he's insecure, but that's like fair enough. But like, it's up to you. But honestly, as an artist, as you get older, because you do have the talent and the juice, bro, it's going to be something you're going to have to think about. Personally, I think show the face from the beginning. What do you reckon?
See, I think when you're talking about those TikTokers and stuff, if you're going to do it, make it part of your character.
Yeah.
Don't just wear a balaclava and shit. You have to make it unique. I wanted to do that originally. When I first started the rapping, I didn't want to be
Oh, yeah?
I didn't want my face connected to it.
Really?
Yeah, I've thought about it a lot being just faceless. I seriously considered like not ever showing my face, but just still doing the music and helping out and shit, but just never showing my face. But I've always liked that kind of thing. I think it's cool. Like Rey Mysterio or fucking, you know what I mean? That is the character, you know what I mean? But I saw a clip too. I saw a clip of Bad Bunny. He did the fucking James Corden thing, and he said that his name is Bad Bunny because originally he wanted to wear like a bunny head thing and not show his face. But eventually, it just kind of, you know, it is hard to because then if you're super famous.
Yeah, well,
it will be annoying as fuck.
That's why.
You know?
You can't be fucking wearing a bunny head the whole time, bro, going in and out of hotels and that, bro. Fuck that.
It's like Rey Mysterio says. Rey Mysterio, like, he still gets recognized without the mask anyway, sometimes, a lot of the time. But, like, it's a lot more manageable, I think, for someone of his caliber.
Yeah.
That he said, you know.
I watched the fucking Australian cocaine documentary. It was only 40 minutes long on YouTube. It was fucking really good. I haven't finished it. I've got like 10 minutes to go. But I didn't realize like how many people do it.
Everyone.
Like, bro, like I'm talking like, so in the doco, it was the guy was talking to different like dealers and that, high profile dealers. Bro, one of them was dealing, you know, in Sydney City, that courthouse on that main road.
Yeah.
She was doing dealings in the building next door. So judges and lawyers and that would come out of the courthouse into her building, buy bags of cocaine, and then they were going to work or going to lunch and that. I was like, fuck, very smart on her part. She was a woman too. She had her face hidden in that, but I was like,
the mumble voice.
Yeah.
But
I was like, damn, like, and like in the doco, you literally see them walk past the courthouse into the next building, and it's just full of graffiti and shit. It looked like a shab house.
Everybody does
like, whoa.
cocaine. There's memes and shit. I've seen memes of that where it's like becoming an adult is realizing how many people do. Everybody does cocaine, and I don't know why. Overrated, I think. Very overrated, in my opinion. Too expensive and
Well,
shit.
that's the thing. Well,
But
it's the most expensive in Sydney, of course.
yeah,
It's we charge the most in Sydney.
You know, the most expensive cocaine in the world is Perth. Perth is $350 a bag. Averages
Wow, because it'd be hard as fuck to get it to
$350 for a little bag of cocaine is big, and not worth.
Interesting doco, man. It was cool, and like there's another dealer too where he was like this artist in Sydney, living in Sydney. He was like a very high profile artist, and he would then same thing. He was hosting these art shows and art galleries, but the cunt had a brick that was costing him like $75,000, and then he was selling it to these high profile people at the art shows. He ended up fucking going to prison. He got caught. He was going to prison and that. He went to prison.
They all get caught eventually, you know.
And the crazy thing is all these dealers are really nice people.
Yeah, they're just normal
They're
people.
just normal
bro.
fucking people.
Yeah.
They're just substituting
Trying
a
to
9
make
to
money,
5 with selling drugs. It was there was a good documentary, man. It was a really good fucking documentary. There was even one where he talked to the highest profile guy. They're called doors. So a door is usually people who work at the airports and the loading docks and that. And they're obviously because they're the only way drugs can get in.
Yeah.
And he was saying, he goes, people don't actually realize how many corrupt people there are at the airports and that. He goes, 1 in 5 of us here are helping smuggle drugs in for money. He goes, and obviously money talk. He goes, it's so easy to convince people because all you do is offer them 2-3 grand a week on top of their wage. They help you smuggle the drugs through, but they don't know that I'm pocketing 60-70K. So what's 2 grand out of 70K? It's fuck all to me. I was like, damn. I was like, I'd be fucking charging 6-7.
And you know what? I'm sure there's a head police officer at the closest
Who's
station
involved,
that knows that that's there. And then guess what? There's a low-level politician at the who knows the cop that guy. And then it's all fucking a game made to... It's a well-oiled machine.
And this guy that's called the door, he was saying that people actually don't realize that the Mexican cartels and that are shipping all this coke in, they actually have half of their gang in Australia, but they're just watchers. All they do is watch to make sure that the stuff's getting imported
And runs smoothly.
to make sure it's running smoothly, to make sure no one's ripping them off. Because if not, they're going to make you disappear. and that's all they do. They don't really get involved, but they just watch. They only get involved if they get fucked around. And he was saying that his biggest regret was he once got a shipment in. It was like a fucking 600 grand shipment. It was like 16 or 17 kilos of coke. He said that for whatever reason, he tried to. So when he got caught, they did a test on his stuff. It was like 75% purity or something. That's how good his stuff was. So he tried to tell his cartel boss, the guy that was running it here, tried to tell him that it was a bad batch and that it was like cutting that, even though it wasn't. So he was just trying to like sort of take some of the score on the side and get a new fresh batch. He said that 5 cars pulled up to his place and the guy, the Mexican like cartel leader, got out of the car and basically went up to him and just said, look, I'm going to give you 1 new batch. If you ever try to tell me that this shit is faulty again, I'm going to kill you. And then that's it. The 5 dudes with all the guns got back in the car and they drove off. And he's like, that's when I realized I had to get out. I was like, okay, fuck. He's like, holy shit. He's like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. It's a dangerous game, man. And that's the thing. They're just normal people who get attracted to the money. It's the easiest money you ever make in your fucking life, man. You're not doing anything and you're making shitloads.
Yep.
But then it's just the risks that come with it, man. You know, it's risk versus reward.
I've got a point on this is a point I want to also bring up when Joey's on because I want to hear his opinion on it. So I've got to try and remember that. So I'll leave it in my notes. Have you been seeing the normalize the norm trend on TikTok?
No.
Oh, bro. You want to see cringe? Bro, so these people, right?
Cringe.
So all these normies that don't do anything, don't have podcasts, don't trade, don't make music. They're just people who work 9 to 5.
They're trying to normalize working a 9 to 5. Oh,
bro,
get the fuck out of here,
bro. There was this guy, right? He's got a TikTok, bro. His TikTok's massive. Hundreds of thousands of followers. All the TikToks get 50, 60K plus likes. The videos, Dylan, are of him literally getting ready for work, brushing his teeth, eating cereal. And do you want to know something? The cunt looks fucking miserable. Miserable, bro. His face like this. He's petting his dog. Gets changed. He's got no energy. He's moving real slow and shit. And
how is that attractive?
And people are commenting going, yeah, I think it's normal to be normal. You don't have to have this and that. And I was like, and I commented, I was like, fuck, mate. I was like, I hope you fucking like sort your life out because you look miserable. I was like, wow, bro. And you're normalizing that. I was like,
it is normal already. It doesn't need to be normalized. Like you should be striving to do better.
But the thing is, the cheeky cunt, though, tries to say normalize the norm, but he's making content out of it. So he's technically a content creator. He's probably getting paid off those TikToks. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, bro, I was like, wow. I was like, bro. And I just feel sorry for the normies that are all commenting like, yeah, like full advocates for it because they're just fucking losers. Like, they're just losers in their lives.
It's sad that so many people are scared to do anything. And you know why they're scared to do anything? Because of the judgment and because it's like embarrassing to fucking post a video on YouTube or something like, and it's just sad. That's the shit they use to keep you in that fucking box, man. They don't want you going anywhere because who the fuck's gonna shovel shit at your job if you're gone? You know what I mean? If too many people are. This normalize the norm is probably a fucking government agent that's created this to fucking, you know what I mean? But you know what I saw the other day that James talked about when he was on the MH37 documentary. Yep. Did you watch that?
Yeah, that was fucking scary as.
The Americans did that shit. Yeah,
it was, of course, they done something.
But the Americans always fucking after watching that whole thing.
But why though? There had to have been something of importance on that plane.
Well, did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, about the cargo or something.
Okay,
shit, like
spoiler alert: if you haven't watched the MH370 documentary on Netflix, watch it. Very good, only 3 episodes. But in the last episode, they talk about the cargo that was on.
Yeah.
So mysteriously, this cargo gets brought onto the plane by escort. Doesn't get scanned through anything. There's like kilos and kilos of electronics and shit.
But the thing is why was that on a normal passenger plane?
But that's the thing, because to keep it covert, they were smuggling shit from, the West to China.
So instead of putting it on military planes and that, they put it on a commercial plane.
And then when the Americans found out about it, they came over, they scattered the fucking tech, and then they said, probably pull over. We got to board the plane or whatever. The pilot said no, kept going, and then they had to shoot it down before it hit China airspace. You know what I mean? But who knows, man? It's just a lot of weird shit with that. I thought that was interesting.
It was fucking scary, man. Like, imagine being on that plane, bro. The poor people.
It's sad. It's
collateral
horrible.
damage, bro.
Horrible, man. And you see the families and shit, and they get no closure, and they get nothing.
That's fucked, bro. I would be spewing if that happened to my plane. Out of all the planes, it's like, fuck. The one that I'm on is the one getting kidnapped.
Speaking of planes, did you see I saw a video of Korean on a Korean airline? Some guy opened the emergency door in the middle of the flight. And it was sitting there, the wind's blowing and shit, and the plane was freaking out. I don't fucking know.
Why the fuck? Did they restrain the dude? Or?
I don't know. I don't know the full story. I just saw that fucking...
Holy fuck.
Yeah, man. People are fucked. And it's crazy that someone can just go over there and open that fucking thing.
Yeah, I thought it was locked for a reason.
Like, just go fucking open the door, bust it open.
Did you... have you ever heard of Bobby Gidd?
No.
So Bobby Gidd was actually the first woman in 1966 to run a marathon.
Huh.
And so obviously back then, because women didn't have rights in that, so only men were allowed to run in these marathons. And it basically said, and the reason was because women were psychologically and physically not able to run marathons because we didn't want to take the liabilities of in case a woman hurts herself trying to run these marathons and that. All right. So she hid in the bushes waiting for the race to begin, and then when half of the runners had gone past, she had jumped in wearing her brother's shorts and a pair of boys' sneakers.
It's always a story like this.
Yeah.
Fucking dressed as a man.
And she was wearing a hoodie to try to hide her hair and that. So she started getting hot, obviously, while she was running. So she was like, fuck, I'm going to have to take this off. And instead of she thought she was going to get arrested in that, but instead, when people realized it was a woman, people started clapping and cheering and shit. And the marathon coordinators were giving her bottles of water and shit to help her keep going. Yeah, and she ended up finishing the race. First woman ever.
When was that?
1966. Not that long ago.
No, it's crazy that is not that long ago. And these fucking women weren't allowed to do shit back then.
You women better fucking be grateful while we let you do these things.
I didn't know that.
Cool story, eh? Cool fucking story, bro.
Did you... I thought you would like this. I wrote it down. All right. Did you know Michael Jackson, before he
was not a pedo,
but he planned to buy Marvel and Universal, and had an idea. So he had this idea. Piers Morgan was talking about it on his show that he had this idea to buy Marvel and to use the characters and stuff to build theme parks and restaurants and shit. Right?
Yeah.
And then this is just before he died, and then he dies, and Disney buys Marvel. 2 months after his death, Disney buys Marvel. Michael Jackson died. He was going to buy Marvel, all the characters, and use the characters to build theme parks and restaurants, and had all these ideas.
Maybe Disney knocked him off.
Fucking, you never know.
Just think of how much money Marvel would have made Disney. They've probably seen that as a fucking profit opportunity and gone, fuck.
That's weird. You can see the clip of Michael Jackson. He's still talking about his ideas. That they have so many good characters that they could do all this theme stuff.
Well,
fucking hell.
Well, there was also, have you heard of the Kobe Bryant conspiracy? That apparently before he died, he was actually in a big lawsuit and court case with a pharmaceutical company called...
I might have heard about it. Huh?
He was trying to sue them because apparently they were using the Black Mamba name. But apparently in this pharmaceutical, whatever the fuck it was, whether it was drugs or energy drink or whatever the fuck it is, it had bad shit in the stuff that he was what the fuck? And then all of a sudden he dies in a fucking helicopter crash.
There's always something.
There's always something. But yeah, apparently he was in a big court case, man, right around the time of his death, bro. It's just, very
money
very,
talk.
Very fucking sad.
And speaking
man.
of energy drinks, man, I fuck with Prime, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Is that the ice pop one?
No, this is the worst flavor, in my opinion, that I've tried so far. I've only tried this one, the ice pop, and the orange flavor. One time I went to Woolies and they had orange. It was pretty good.
The ice pop was nice. Oh, this has got a weird cinnamon taste.
But I fucking really like this drink, man. I might hit up Logan Paul. So
ask him for a sponsor, bro.
Listen, man, FireCast, big podcast in Australia.
Yeah.
Give me 48% of every sale.
No, just get him to send us a whole bunch of fucking free drinks and we'll give them out and drink them and shit.
Bro, I fucking really like it. And it's crazy that it's like Powerade Gatorade. It's got less than 1 gram of sugar. It's got it's good.
But it tastes that sugary though.
I know, but it's fucking great, man. I like it a lot.
God damn. Yeah, China, they're using AI headbands to see if children are actually paying attention in school.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's fucked up.
Those dirty fucking commie cunts.
Did you see actually the new Chinese ambassador for the? I saw a video of the new Chinese ambassador to the United States, like the Chinese, like, and he was saying really good shit. Like it was a good speech. He gave a good speech saying that China and US, the relationship is too good to tarnish, and we have to work together, and everyone, Americans and Chinese, are both good people. We should work together. If a battle against each other is a battle that we're all gonna lose, and shit, it was surprising to see. So I don't know what China's.
There is no, bro. It's all propaganda.
But
They're not actually beefing.
But I don't know. But it's good. It still feels good to see that shit, and you hope it gives you a little bit of hope that maybe we're on the, things are gonna get better. But have you seen Chongqing, China, the city? Yeah, it's actually called Chongqing.
It's called Chongqing. I thought you were being a fucking...
No. The
Chongqing.
City,
okay, yeah.
it's crazy in China, right? I saw a video. I'll see if I can find it. You'll like it. It's a video where it's a crazy city. They have a train that goes through like residential buildings and shit. So the train, there's a building people living in it and stuff, and the train passes right through the middle of the fucking building.
Oh, what?
Yeah, like it's built. The train is built. It's really cool. I liked it not long ago, so I should be able to find it.
And it can drop you off like at your house, or no? It just goes through.
Well, it's like a normal train. Look, that's fucking mad. And let me see if I can find the train one. There was one.
Wow.
So like, yeah, they have the train. So that video I just showed him. It's a building in China. It looks like a normal like square, like little buildings and shit on it, but then she goes over the edge and it's a fucking 22nd floor building. Like it's on the 22nd floor and there's trees and shit. Crazy, man. Yeah, China's a cool place. The architecture in China is really cool. It's just unfortunate how they're so strict with the fucking internet and shit. That's a bit concerning, but but yeah, man, I wish the Chinese and America can get along. Everyone can live happily, peacefully.
No, then they'll be fine. Them fighting doesn't profit anyone. So
yeah, that's what I wonder too. Like, if we really did go to nuclear war, like all the power these people have,
profitable,
how are they going to benefit from that?
Exactly.
You can't benefit off a world that is non-existent, a destroyed world. I can't find this building of the train, but you could look it up.
I'm sure you can just look it up.
Yeah.
So I have a confession to make. Me and Jezza have an addiction.
That new game you play.
We are addicted to Hell Let Loose. Like addicted. Me, Brad, and Jezza. Bro,
Brad's playing too.
Bro, yeah. We're trying to recruit more people to jump in, bro. I'm telling you, us three would be running bullets. Like, get down, you get so immersed into it, bro. It's insanity. It is fucking insanity, bro. You'd probably like that game if you had a fucking PC.
But I don't. I've never played it. Sounds fun though.
It's bro. That's all we've been playing, bro. It's been fucking sick. It's been fucking sick. Jez has been the point man. I've been the officer. Brad's been the engineer.
I can't picture you guys fucking play.
It's crack up, bro. It's fucking funny. I want to try and make some YouTube videos out of it. It's fucking good content, bro. It's fucking funny.
Did you hear about a plane crash in Colombia? 4 children aged 13, 9, 4, and 11 months survived in the Amazon jungle for 17 days after a plane crash.
Oh.
Recent too, in Colombia.
What the parents died?
Yeah, everyone died except the kids, all the young kids.
Oh, shit.
And they were going through the jungle for so many days on end.
How the fuck were they found?
Well, they were looking for them in the jungle or whatever, and they found like a baby's bottle and they found like clothes and shit, and they're like, wow, they must be nearby.
Holy shit.
I know, fucking
They didn't get eaten by a jaguar, nothing.
They were eating fruit, like you could see they had like fruit, like leftovers
Holy
and shit.
fuck, what if they ate a poisonous fruit?
Yeah, I know, fucking hell. Crazy world, bro. It's like, you think this shit only happens in fucking movies and that, but life is stranger than fiction.
How old was the oldest, you said?
Like 14.
14, okay, so he would have had to been the only one.
It was a girl, I think.
Kind of going, okay, shit.
And I don't know how they took care of a fucking baby as well.
Yeah. Like, what was a baby eating? A bit like poisonous berries and shit.
Another thing I found interesting, Dan Saunders. You heard about it?
No.
Dan Saunders, this guy, right? So while on a night out, he tried to withdraw $200 from the ATM.
Yeah.
Right? Tried to withdraw $200, but it said transaction denied. Like his bank didn't approve the thing, but the ATM still spat out $200. And he's like, hang on.
Yeah, oh, is this the glitch,
And
the
he
money
checked
glitch?
his details the next day. He had the same amount of money. And he realized every night from like 1 a.m. to 3 a.m., this ATM would go
Would glitch out.
glitch. So he went
Wow.
and withdrew $1.4 million over the span of a couple months. And he lived a lavish life.
Oh.
He paid all his friends' tuition.
I think he's got a book in that on that. He went to jail, didn't he?
Yeah, he felt so guilty though. He called the bank, and the bank were like, "Yeah, all right, police will be in contact." They never contacted him, and then he waited and waited months, nothing happened. He called them again. They're like, "Okay, police will be in contact." Waited, nothing happened again. And then finally, a year later, the police finally show up. He pleads guilty. He spends a year in jail. Now he's out. Like,
I wouldn't have said shit.
I know.
Man.
Imagine
What
that though,
the
because
fuck?
he would have
Fuck-
been just like a
fuck the
regular
bank,
Joe
yeah.
Blow guy. And then,
Fucking hell.
but that much money, you can't help but exploit that. If you found, doesn't matter how good of a goody two shoes you are, you're like, fucking hell, this thing's giving me free money, bro.
Bro.
How does that even happen though?
Yeah, how though?
I don't know.
How does that happen?
And that's the thing. Are these stories even true? Like, do we even know this even happened? Like, it did, but like, is that just what is this life even real? What's real? You know, how do we know this shit, bro? Supposedly, this really happened. Anyway, you can look it up. This guy's name is Dan Saunders, but it's just like I don't know, man.
Infinite money.
Because
glitch,
don't they
man.
have a certain amount of money in ATMs anyway? He probably
Yeah.
only withdrew. I think he was withdrew. It was over time, so he withdrew a little bit, waited for them to fill it up or whatever. And I don't know, man, but I would not fucking dob myself in. To be honest, they obviously didn't care that much either because they kept saying police will come. They never fucking came until a year later.
I think the only way you'd feel so guilty after a little bit is if
He was just a good guy.
you probably just go, okay, fuck, I'm probably taking people's money here. If you 100% knew it was the bank's
the bank's
money,
taking people's money.
I'd say
anyway.
fuck the bank. Bro, look at this, bro.
They announced it at the Google event, right? So you know how these days they have the magic eraser, right? Where if there's something in your photo you don't like, you can erase it, you highlight it, and then it'll use AI to fill it in, take it out of the picture.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the new thing is, I forget what they named it, but it's like, so I saw a photo. The example they used, there was like a photo, right? And there was a kid sitting on the bench, but the bench was half in the shot, and the kid was on the edge of the bench on like the left side of the photo. So they click the bench, move it to the middle, and it uses AI to fill in the bench and to fill in the photo. It's fucking nuts, man. Don't believe your eyes anymore, because
Bro,
what happened?
what the hell just happened there?
Camera just turned off. But yeah, nothing's real these days. Make sure you send us some ideas for the show too. What episode are we
Yum
at?
yum.
What episode?
This will be episode 66, I think.
66, man. I want to do more stuff, man. I want to do like games and cool things and unboxing things. You know, I'll be mad if we could unbox. Yeah, like get a PO
What
box,
though?
get some cunts to send us shit. But we need a bigger audience for that. But
Yeah.
you know, eventually.
Diversify. Filmmaker George Miller for Mad Max Fury Road had his wife edit the movie. She had never edited an action movie before. And when he was asked why did you get your wife to do it, he said because if the usual type of dude edited it, it would have come out like every other action movie. She ended up winning an Oscar for her editing skills.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Power to the women.
Sometimes it's give people a go, man. Give people a fucking turn.
I haven't seen that movie.
Another cool quote I saw by some Native American, don't know who the fuck he is. Looks like a crusty old dude. Before our white brothers came to civilize us, we had no jails. Therefore, we had no criminals. We had no locks or keys, so we had no thieves. If a man was so poor that he had no horse, teepee, or blanket, someone gave him these things. We were too uncivilized to set such value on personal belongings. We wanted to have things only in order to give them away. We had no money, and therefore a man's worth couldn't be measured by it.
Nah, that's cool. That's spiritual shit right there, man.
So everything is our
can-
white person's fault.
We just add value to things that don't mean anything at all. You know, you'll never find happiness in valuable, in tangible shit. You know, it's just garbage. We just clutter. Mental clutter, physical clutter. We just get more and more and more and more, and it really adds no value to life. That's fact.
And then I guess we'll go through the speaky deakies. I think we've only got 2 from Meg the champ. One that we missed last week or the last pod, and then the one that he would have sent. So let me connect this up. Shout out you, bro, the reigning champ, still going strong, who sent a speak pipe every single week so far.
This tastes fucking cool. I like this shit a lot.
You see fucking KSI, the knucklehead, how he fucking in a boxing match, he elbowed the dude?
No.
Bro, the guy, he fucking knocked the guy clean out because he fucking accidentally elbowed him and he's going, yeah, no, that was a clean hit. And in the replay, you just see him just go, fucking idiot, man. I was like, bro.
I saw him at WrestleMania. He dressed up in a Prime bottle and was fucking hanging out, doing some shit. Logan Paul's match.
An idiot. They got everyone that good with their fake beef for 2 years. And
they're best friends.
Yeah, they're best mates, bro. Fuck. All you dickheads fall for it. That's the funniest thing. All the YouTubers, like when KSI made it like a couple of years ago when the Sidemen were popping off. He made a video, clickbait, I'm leaving the Sidemen, and it was just a joke the whole time. They dragged it on for like a month, and it was never going anywhere, bro. And those videos make them so much money. And
people are so stupid, eh?
So gullible, eh? Right, so we'll go the one that we missed a couple of weeks ago by Megas. My bad, bro. See what he had to say.
FireCast, what's up, boys? It's your friendly neighborhood Megalodon coming to you live after the Big Bars gig.
Oh.
Fuck, it was a good show. Can't believe you guys missed it. What the hell were ya? I know where you were. You were down Sydney. That's okay. That's a good enough excuse. But I tell you what, man. It went off. It was incredible. All the artists did their thing. I have to say I'm incredibly impressed with Slurpee. Slurpee brought the energy like I've never seen him do before. You guys should definitely check him out. He's got a new song out now with Harlem called Put It On My Life, and he's done a B-side with that too called Acting, I think it is. Sorry if I fucked it up, Slurpee. But Harlem was incredible as always. The other three artists did their thing incredibly. I love their sets. I did my thing. As you know, I'm incredibly talented and amazing. So, that's just how it is. But N3, my God, N3 is a hell of a performer. I didn't know till now just how damn good like that. I felt that in my being, man, in my core. And at one stage, he jumped off the stage, just launched at me through strobe lights. And he pushed everyone out of the way in the crowd, but wasn't pushing. It was more like, let's get down to it and party. It was an incredible night, boys. I fucking loved it. I'll show you some videos. Hope you.
Man, I can't wait to be able to go. Just to go up, man. I'll be sick, man. Just to meet everyone, just to socialize, bro.
It seemed like a great show, man.
You guys doing your thing. He's
bro.
a good performer. He's been doing this shit for a fucking long, for many moons. He's been doing this.
Sitting here, looking at that poster, the Grogu poster. Your webcam is lined up perfectly over his right eye. It looks like he's wearing
webcam's the eye.
It looks like he's wearing a scouter, like Dragon Ball Z. Like, he looks like a fucking.
the cameras went like we're being watched.
Wow.
All right, so Meg for this week. So let's have a look, my bro.
Hey, what's up, lads? I want to say congrats on a really awesome and intriguing episode last week. Aussie Slang's got some real cool tidbits and information and theories and whatnot. And Joey had some real good questions too. Funnily enough, that's not what I pictured Aussie Slang looking like. I pictured him looking like a less attractive Joey K. But, you can't have it all. Brains and beauty. Just like Joey's got beauty. I joke, I kid. Hey, boys, fucking keen for the next week's episode. Definitely keen for DZ to put his album out, or his mixtape, DZ Sundays, with a few extra little sneaky surprises. But, have a good weekend, fellas, and I'll listen into the Monday episode.
Cheers, Thank you, bro. Mega. Cheers, man, Cheers, I like that he pays attention. He knows what's going on.
He's
no errors, man. Yeah. It's exactly right.
He's an attentive guy, and I do apologize, guys. I will try to come up with some like topics in that, so you guys can send him for your speak pipes.
What did you the live thing? What did you think about the live thing? Dude?
That was fucking sick.
It was cool.
That was sick. I didn't think we're gonna get so many people tuning in because I haven't gone live in so long. But bro,
we had quite a few. Yeah.
Bro, we peaked at like 10, I think, 10 or 11.
If you don't know,
we did go live.
Not last week, 65. But the week before, because we missed last week with Aussie Slang and Joey. We went live for the podcast. We're gonna do it more often, not every time, but we'll announce it before. Maybe give people more time.
Actually give people more time
make
to-
it a bit more of an event.
Yeah.
But it was good. If you turned up and you watched it live, thank you. Yeah, it was fun, man. It's good to have that interaction.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. It was so fun. It's something that I do want to do more often. Again, man.
The quality, but on the webcam though, trying to make clips and shit, like it looks fine on the video, but
Trying to make clips out of it,
clip
yeah.
it's not the worst thing in the world. It is what it is.
Like again, man. Once, hopefully, I can put this 9 to 5 behind me. It's things like that we can work on and focus
Equipment,
on more,
man.
and equipment, and actually,
Upgrade.
and just make it just because I'll have. I can't wait till I'm not working, bro. Oh, bro. Having all that time to plan shit and plan content and come up with ideas, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm gonna fucking flourish, bro. I'm gonna fucking flourish.
I have 2 more points, and then I can go through the Instagram. There's only a couple things on Instagram.
Yeah.
There's a thing in Germany called the Time Pyramid, right? And it was started in 1993. It's in Germany, right? And they're building. It's like they're making a pyramid, right? Making a pyramid, but they're placing one cement block every 10 years. Started in 1993. They've only placed the first 4 blocks. So they put one block. 10 years later, they put another block.
Yeah.
10 years later, they put another block. And you can see photos online of what it's going to look like when it's finished, right? It's a pyramid. It's not as big as Giza or anything. It's not like the same either. It's not like a perfect pyramid where the blocks are interconnected. It's like a little, there's a gap between the blocks.
Yeah.
They've only placed the first 4. Every 10 years they're placing a block. The whole thing will be completed in the year 3183.
Well, what's the point of it? What's the point of doing
It's
one
just
block?
a cool little thing, you know.
They're doing in Germany.
I think we should do more shit like that.
What's
on
the
Earth.
point of it, though?
It's just an interesting thing. Imagine in fucking they keep going all the way until 3183. Imagine that, and it's like they finish it and they're like, "Oh, now what?"
Yeah,
Like,
or what if they miss a year? They finally 10 years later and they forget. They're like, "Oh fuck! Like, what the hell's the point in that?"
There's only, and the interesting thing, right? I first saw this on a Vsauce video, right? And that Vsauce video came out like 8 years ago. So in the Vsauce video, he says they've only placed the first 3 blocks. But since that Vsauce video came out, they would have placed another block. So now there's 4 blocks.
Okay.
Interesting, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Like, and what's interesting to me too, right, about this digital age we live in, can you picture in, like, you look on YouTube videos, it always trips me out when I see a YouTube video that says uploaded 12 years ago,
Oh, yeah.
Can you picture, though? I've never been able to wrap my head around or picture it. In 20 years, can you really picture YouTube videos? Like, assuming I'll just be able to go back on the internet, type in a video I know from years ago, type it in, and like I could go, Charlie bit my finger, load up the video, and it's going to say uploaded 33 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can you
20,000
really see
million.
that?
Charlie,
I've never been able to picture it. But I guess what's crazy is as time moves on, things just get forgotten about. Like, there's Hollywood stars and movie stars from the freaking Marilyn Monroe's era and shit.
Yep.
Big names we don't even know about anymore. And it's like, it's on film. They're still there. It's just no one talks about it. No one sees it. You can go back and witness it if you want. But no one does. Is it going to be like that? You know what I mean? Where the people and the things that are important and big now, where in so many years,
It's
you're
meaningless.
still there, but
it's
it's just disappeared into the ethos unless you really go digging for it. You know what I mean? I was trying to wrap my head around what the future is going to be like in this kind of entertainment world.
I don't know, man.
It's hard for me to picture.
And again, I feel like a lot of people will be forgotten about because, again, the market is so saturated. Like you said before, everyone's got a podcast. Everyone fucking raps, and everyone knows a mate of a mate who can rap or make music. Everyone's a trader. Oh, well, that's been kind of we've only really met one trader, right?
No, that's a bit different anyway.
That's a bit different. But still, I'm sure as we grow and progress, we'll start meeting other people who are trading, and you go, "Oh, what the fuck?" Every cunt can, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I get what you're saying.
everyone fucking
Does everything.
Everyone does fucking everything, and now and because all these muggles and normies are so left out, they're now trying to normalize the norm. So it's like, yo, he's another normalized, fucking content creator. Like, oh.
No, everyone's going to be, whether you like it or not, everyone's going to be doing shit.
Before you do your Instagram, I wanted to ask you, would you rather fight a chicken every time you had to drive your car, or fight a lion once a year?
Well, a lion would probably fucking kill you, so I'd rather fight a chicken.
Good answer. Yeah, Zexa says a chicken because I can just take it for lunch every day. I won't get hungry, so that's some free lunch.
You're going to have to cook it at work.
At work, me and Brad were watching...
Take the guts out.
Me and Brad were watching a TikTok of these guys and a girl on a podcast, and the girl's going, I'd probably fight the lion. You only got to do it like once a year. And the guy's like, the lion will fucking kill you, man. It will kill you. She's like, oh, no, I reckon if you train for it. And it's like, oh, my God.
You know your fight with the lion's coming up once a year.
How do you train to fight a fucking lion? You kick it in the nuts.
You know, dragons, every culture on Earth
Depicts
has
dragons?
a dragon.
Yeah,
somehow.
why is that? I've seen a clip on Joe Rogan. What's that guy's name that's always on the Joe Rogan? The guy that...
The animal guy. He talks about animals and shit.
Have you seen that clip of him discovering that one of the clouded leopards wasn't extinct? Have you seen that clip?
No.
Cool clip. So he went into some fucking jungle somewhere.
I think I might have seen it.
Because apparently this leopard was extinct. And he was like, nah, I don't think it is. So he's gone out with a team and they actually capture it on video and he's going crazy. He's like, yeah, like he's full crying and shit of excitement. But yeah, anyway, cool dude. Yeah, he was saying, yeah, why does... From all drawings and shit from hundreds of years ago, it depicts dragons.
And cultures that never have communicated ever at that time
With each other.
both have some type
Dragons.
of dragon.
Yeah.
What the
I don't know,
fuck? What is going on
did
there?
they exist, man? I don't know, because they would be a top apex predator. Why? How can they not still be around?
But there's no bones of them. But what if dinosaur bones are just dragon bones, but the wings dissolve or something, like the wing bones, because like bird bones dissolve.
Or what if these dragons are actually just like fucking, you know, like blue tongue lizards and shit, but because people back in the day were like such troopers, oh, it's a dragon, but it's just a lizard. Like,
It's a blue tongue.
they go, oh, this thing was breathing fire and shit, but like it really wasn't.
But there
like,
are a lot of large reptiles, so you know.
well, yeah, Komodo dragons, bro. If I was from fucking 200 meters away, a Komodo dragon could look like a dragon.
I mean, and have you seen too that? So they depict. There's a lot of there's paintings and shit, and they're like, why is there dinosaurs depicted in this painting? And it looks like people riding on dinosaurs as a painting, right? Looks like they're riding fucking bronciosauruses or whatever, but it's actually elephants. But because back in the day, a lot of people, they're only going off what's described to them from other people. They've never seen these animals for themselves. So when they try to paint it and reinterpret
it comes out different. It's like
Exactly.
Chinese whispers. It's
exactly.
Like, so it's like an Indian guy who's got an elephant in his backyard, draws it and depicts it, tells his Chinese mate, and the Chinese mate goes back to China and goes, oh, okay.
And he
Tries to draw the elephant from description, and it comes out with a fucking horn on its head and shit. Like,
and that's what happened a lot. Like
Yeah,
that,
of
you
course.
can look it up. Like there's a lot of those examples. The most famous one where it's got these guys riding on these things. It's a real like proper painting, and it's got like it looks like they're riding dinosaurs, and everyone's like, "Why the fuck are they riding
It was
dinosaurs?"
actually an elephant.
But it's supposed to be elephants, you know. But he's just going off what
in that guy's defense, though, how the fuck, if you're describing an elephant, where did the long neck come from? Like,
Well, because he must have said they have a long
Big
thing on the
head.
front, and it's
Maybe
weird. Like as well with camels, same thing. There's you can see art of camels from back in the day, and it looks nothing like
a camel.
You know,
man, did you know that camels actually don't store water in their hump?
don't they?
No.
Fat is fat. I know there's fat in their hump, but.
Bro, I swear to God, in school, I got taught that it stores water in their humps. It's not, it's completely false. There is no water in the camel's hump. Google it.
Why do we get told that then?
I don't know.
That's a Mandela effect.
That's what I'm saying. 'Cause I told my missus this, and then my missus Googled, and she's like, you fucking liar. I'm like, bro, I swear to God, I got taught that in school.
Well, she didn't get taught that.
No.
I got taught that for sure.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We've been lied to our whole fucking lives by the school system,
Mandela
man.
effect or what? We just discovered one. Camels. Are you from the universe where camels have fucking water in their humps? Or
I
not?
swear I got taught that.
Yeah, I remember hearing that too, man.
Did you? I didn't realize how many camels there were in Australia as well.
More, we import them to Saudi Arabia.
They're like
Crazy.
feral here.
Yeah, in
I
the
worked with a
deserts
guy
and
who had a pet one. I think its name was Sally.
Yeah, a lot of people. You can have alpacas and shit too, but a lot of people don't know that we import the camels to the Middle East.
Wow.
We have more camels in the Middle East.
I
We
thought they
actually
were
import them.
native to the Saudis and shit, but they're actually Australia here.
They might have now. They might have native camels,
Like
but
a type of
we,
breed,
we
yeah.
do import over there.
That's crazy. They're just running wild in the Northern Territory, spitting on people and shit.
There's a lot of crazy animal things that happen. Like you might have heard about this, but so Pablo Escobar, he had the zoo and everything, right? And when they killed him, all the animal, it just kind of like decayed, right? And the hippos escaped.
Yeah.
Hippos were never endemic to Colombia, but after he died, the hippos that had escaped bred so much that to this day, hippos are a pest, a problem in Colombia.
Really?
To this day, there's wild hippos everywhere because of Pablo Escobar's hippos.
Holy shit.
It's crazy, huh?
Wow.
There's a lot of examples of that where they bring animals and it gets out of control because they just breed and breed and breed and breed. It's like they bring they brought I can't remember. They brought over here something for like locusts or something. And then now...
Oh, the cane toads, wasn't it?
Cane toads. They're cane toads.
Yeah. And now they're poisonous to your pets and shit.
Yeah. So we have this one pest. We bring over an animal to kill the pest, and that animal becomes the pest. And now we have like animals that were never even on the continent. They bring them over and now... You know.
Like there was, remember when we tried to film the video clip for Call Our Names, I was trying to take us to break into that old abandoned zoo on Mulgoa and Penrith.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, back in the 80s, it was like this rich French dude or some shit. And apparently, this was in only the 80s, not that long ago. 60 years ago, 70 years ago?
No, 2000, 40 years ago.
40 years ago, there you go, fuck. So only 40 years ago, this guy in Penrith, the back of Penrith, he had like leopards, tigers, jaguars, giraffes and shit. And he was charging people to come into his house to look at the animals and shit. It was a zoo. And then, fuck knows what happened to all those animals. People reckon that's the theory about the Penrith panther.
That's what I was going to say. If you're local and you're listening to this, you'd probably know about there's a theory that apparently people have had, there's been sightings for years of a panther in Penrith. Local Penrith, you know. And people say, you know, it's bullshit, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But now that you know about this guy,
it could be possible.
There could be some merit to the story.
Or it could just be fucking Susie's black cat from down the road that everyone's fucking too high on fucking shrooms and shit in Penrith. They're going,
I mean, I'd like to believe that maybe, you know, there is a panther.
I believe the panther's out there.
Probably dead by now.
Surely by now it would have killed someone, right? Surely. Imagine that. You just at the shops,
to be left alone anyway.
Comes down, rips you out of the red cow. You're having a beer and the panther comes and fucking eats your fucking cock off.
Okay. Let's see this Instagram.
Yum.
I said, silliest thing you and your partner have had a serious argument about.
Oh, bro. Me and Chloe once got into a fight over lemons. And it all turned into like a pool where she was like crying and shit.
We'll go. I definitely want to hear about that. But Zexa says, unfortunately, I'm a lone wolf. And then Megalodon says, I forget what it's about, but we're both arguing from the same point, from different perspective. That happens a lot where you're both getting into each other. You're saying the same thing.
Yep.
Shako also says he's a lone wolf. Holloway says too many silly ones to count. And then Erin actually said something funny, but she replied to the story. Erin says, she goes, bro, I bought Brad a shampoo and forgot it at home, and he tried to make me turn around and go back to get it when I was literally 1 minute away from the house, and it turned into an argument because he claims I always forget things. Mind you, he had shampoo at home too. He just wanted the new one.
That sounds like Brad. That sounds like Brad.
People just argue for the sake of it. Anyway, tell me about these lemons.
Nothing. It was just fucking. We just literally. We were at Awella's house. I grabbed the lemon to bring back to home to when we were living at Chloe's house, and just like, I brought one, but she wanted me to bring like 4, and then that's how it started. It just turned into this huge argument. We argued that hard to the point when we got back to Chloe's house, we just both started cracking up. We're like, fuck, did we really just have that argument over fucking lemons? We're like, fuck, all right. Yeah, that's it, man.
Rose and I don't argue like that. We never have. We're just both too unbothered to like care that much about shit. We just don't argue like that. But one time... But see, I'm going to explain this, but like even at the time it's just banter. Like I'm not serious. I didn't care, but like I was just giving her a hard time for it. Well, driving home, I really wanted a milkshake, some type of milkshake from somewhere. So I drove to get it. I'm the type of dude where if I get takeout or order food or something, I'll wait till I get home before I start ingesting because I like to be comfortable in bed, you know.
Okay.
So I got the milkshake, whatever, and she's in the passenger seat.
Melted.
And I'm driving home. And she's like, "Oh, having a sip." Yeah, no, having a sip, right? I'm like, "Yeah, you can have a sip." Yeah, she's having a sip and whatever.
She's drunk all of it.
She's like, "Can I drink?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can have some, but leave me some." You know, I go home. I get home, and the milkshake's empty. I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck, man?" But like, I didn't care anyway. Like, I was just mucking around with her, saying like, "Fucking drink my milkshake." And still to this day, that's the one thing I still like give her a hard time about. Bring it up.
That's fucking something Chloe would fucking do.
But yeah, we don't argue like that, which is good. But
God fucking damn it. Well,
I'm not an arguing type. I just don't like to argue.
My favorite one is I'm not hungry, so you get food. I'm hungry. Or they eat half your food. So now I've just learned when she says that she's not hungry, I still just get her a full feed anyway, and she still scoffs it.
That's a good idea, man. But
gotta think ahead, man. Think ahead.
Are you like, what do you like in an argument? Like, I'm not a conflict guy, man. I don't argue.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I'm just not bothered. And like, why? Like, what's the point?
I don't argue. We only argue because Chloe starts them.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll say the same thing about you.
She loves arguing
bro.
for some reason. She loves it. But that's it. Unless she starts one, we don't argue.
I don't know, man. You're a pain in the ass, though. I can imagine.
I'm a very chilled guy. Sometimes when I forget to take my Ritalin, my ADHD goes a bit crazy and I do funny shit, but
funny shit.
Other than that, like...
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not an arguing type. It's just not worth it. It's not bother enough. Just who cares? Like, then I said best movie genre: horror, comedy, sci-fi, documentary. That's 5 votes horror, 15 votes for comedy, 7 votes for sci-fi, 4 votes for documentary.
Oh, really? No one likes docos? Damn, I thought that would have got a bit more votes.
I'll say sci-fi is my favorite movie type of thing. I like documentaries, but
I like horror.
I love sci-fi. Do you really watch a lot of horror?
Not in a while, but me and Chloe, we went for a little stage where we're trying to scare the shit out of ourselves, and then we achieved it that we stopped watching horror movies for a while because we were getting that spooked and shit.
I will never watch a horror movie. Never have, never will.
I like them, eh?
Why would you want to be scared?
It feels cool.
I don't know, how does it feel good?
It feels a nice feeling.
It's weird, man.
It's like a rush.
What's the point? And then you can't sleep. Rose is a fucking scaredy cat, bro. Like, we can't... Bro, the night before last night, right, we slept basically in fucking pure daylight because she had the lamp on because there was a fucking... She was sitting in the bed or whatever and she could hear footsteps outside the door, and then her mum texted her the same thing. Her mum's like, what are you doing? Are you in the kitchen?
Oh, really?
And I was like, no. They both fucking spook each other out.
Yeah.
And then like, what the fuck? Like today they cleansed the house. We cleansed all the house, but it was like, I don't know, it was weird sounds.
Did you hear him?
But I didn't hear the sounds. But the weird thing that kind of I never tell Rose when I have a feeling or I get scared because it scares her more.
Yeah,
so I try to, but sometimes I can. And the weird thing was, we have a baby monitor for Dove right in the other room, and on the baby monitor, I'll see if I can send you the photo because it takes photos. There was this weird thing, like it looked like 2 little white like weird things poking up from the bottom, but there's nothing it could have been.
What? You're gonna send me the photo? What the fuck?
I'll show you when I get home. And I told Rose, I'm like, it's probably a moth or something. Or, you know, like we were saying, it might be a moth, but the baby monitor picked it up too. But this was literally, it's weird looking too.
Yeah, you got the photo?
I'll tell Rose to send me it now. But so yeah, that I was just like, yeah, that's probably a moth or something. But in my head, I'm thinking, like, what is that? Like,
Holy
and it was a weird vibe, man.
Yeah, shit, man.
But yeah, I'll show you that now when she sends it.
Yeah, goddamn.
Do you get spooky vibes, scary vibes and shit?
Nah,
sometimes?
not
like,
really.
No bad omens.
Nah, not really, bro. Fucking. Yeah, nah. I like the dark in that. I like fucking the darkness and shit. Like, not really like them. I mean, the most. Let me think. Fuck, the most spookiest situation I've had in this house, anyway, since we've lived here, was when fucking Dougie killed the rat. And that wasn't even like supernatural spooky. That was just like because I fucking hate rats, and my fucking dash-hound went fucking ballistic on this thing, bro. Caught it in its mouth, was full shaking his head around. The rat's getting flung around everywhere.
So that's the scariest moment.
Yeah.
You killed a rat.
Yeah, that's really it. But there hasn't been any supernatural stuff.
No supernatural.
This is a brand new house too. We're the first owners. So if there was anything supernatural or spooky, it's because we brought it with us. There's been nothing, so it's been good.
Rose saw a lease for a house, right? A big mansion, like a 5-bedroom thing for in Warrington for like $400.
Yeah,
right?
nah.
And it looks scary.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is too, it says on the thing, looking for any terms for 6-month lease, like quick 6-month lease in like something
the
weird.
hell?
You can just tell.
No
like,
way,
like,
bro.
so-
That's a guy waiting to murder someone
no,
in
the
there.
people who own the house must know it's haunted as fuck.
Yeah.
And people are gonna want to leave straight away. So it's not a long lease, you know.
Fuck
super
that.
cheap, a big house.
Fuck that.
And we're like, yeah, fucking hell, the place is definitely haunted. Then last thing I forgot I did this one was, do you have to watch YouTube while eating?
I do love doing
Yeah,
that. I love doing
16 votes for yes, 9 votes for no.
that. I sit right here with my monitors, YouTube up on both of them, watching videos and shit, bro. I love it.
Every time I eat, I
Yeah.
gotta watch some YouTube, man. And Rose thought it was just like a me thing, but apparently it's like a guy thing. Not even just a guy thing.
I've been doing that for years. Like, I'll watch all my favorite streamers and... okay, yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, that could just be like a light refraction, though.
But it doesn't happen. That's the only time it happened. It happened to be the other night when the scary shit was happening too. And Rose kept saying when she goes in there, like, you can get vibes sometimes, like you can tell.
It could be a moth. You don't know, but that is freaky,
It's
though.
weird,
Like,
though. We'll put it on the video.
Yeah.
I'll send it there. But
yeah, I'll put this up on the YouTube video. You guys let us know what you think that could be. That's kind of fucking weird. It looks like the wings of a moth.
I don't know, because then also when they're like, where's the moth? Like where's the moth go? Like,
Imagine that the moth's actually like this fucking big, but the wings are just tiny. It's like it's like a big fat fucking.
I don't know. It's weird, bro.
That's fucking.
weird.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You're gonna have to cleanse that out, bro. You gotta let it go in for a
We
pre-stroke.
cleansed it already. It
God
does feel
damn,
bad.
man. Yeah, let's see. Anyone join this Discord? No more joiners.
Anyway,
I'm gonna keep.
that's all for Instagram and everything. Follow us on Instagram, all that. You can answer the polls, send some questions.
Yeah,
Join the
yeah,
Discord,
yeah.
some questions.
Man, I'm out of polls, man. I'm out of points. I'm out of points.
Me too, man.
look
I
up-
want to do something on this show, man. I want to do something. We need something to do on this show. You know, it's good sitting in chatting shit for a while. But like some episodes, we should change it up. What's this? 64?
66.
66, all right? We're going to get to 70. We should do something, like a game or something. Do something. Add something.
Well, something that I'm gonna buy on Amazon. I can get them for like $15. So when we start doing giveaways now, I want to buy an actual wheel that we can spin.
Yeah,
but
that'd be mad.
we're gonna get them for like $15. So I'm gonna fucking. I was gonna get it 2 weeks ago, but I fucking
Yeah,
totally
but how
forgot.
many names can you put on there?
I think you can get one with like 18, which is, I mean, we haven't really been getting much people entering them anyway, which is good. We want to keep it nice and small, and you know.
I don't know, like taste tests and shit like that. That fun shit, you know, all the fun shit.
We'll talk in the inbox. I'm sure Joey's
Send
got
us
some ideas. yeah.
too.
What do you
man.
guys want to see, man? Let us fucking know. Let us know, man. We for the people. We for the people, you know?
Because we've just been writing down shit we see and then telling each other about it, you know? It's good, but, you know, it'd be nice to do something fun, you know? I love fucking cold ones, man. That shows as funny as I love to be able to have a studio like that and be able to do the type of shit they do where they buy like a bunch of junk from fucking like Etsy and shit, and they go and they get it, like, and they're just funny cunts. Like, they get pissed as and play with the shit they buy and they unbox shit, and
Well, that could
That's
be a good
mad.
idea. Me, you, and Joey, all three of us order like $30 worth of like little knickknacks from like Amazon or something and just fucking play with them and shit.
yeah. But the funny thing is too, they get drunk, right? They show the first half of the video, they're pissed as, right, as they're ordering or they're online, or they do stuff from Fiverr and they get people on Fiverr to make them fucked up shit, like stupid shit.
God.
But they're doing that first half when they're drunk, and then like 6 months later, when all the shit finally comes, then they do it again. They've forgotten about what they've done.
What
and
they've
shit.
ordered, yeah, that's
it's
funny.
fucking awesome, man.
That's fucking mad. Are they Aussie? Those
Yeah,
guys?
they're Aussie. Yeah,
that's fucking
they're
mad.
fucking funny.
I want to check them out. I actually haven't like seen any of this
I
stuff.
love it. It's awesome.
We should hit them up, man. Do something together. Buy a
They're
car.
huge.
times.
They're fucking famous as.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
But man, maybe one day, you never know.
Hey, one day, man. One day we'll diversify, baby.
Yeah, I think that's it from us, man.
Yeah, man. That will do us, man. That will do us. We will return next week, episode 67 with Joey Joey K. Joey K will be back.
We'll be talking about chimps. So if you haven't
Yes,
seen Chimp
chimp.
Empire on Netflix and watch it, you can join the conversation.
Yes, we'll try. I'm going to try to come up with a topic for the speak pipe. We'll try to come up with a cool little idea that we can plan in less than a week for next week. Yeah, guys. Again, thank you so much for sending your stuff, joining the Discord. Again, remember, I know I've said it 1,000 times, but I'll say it again. We've got some big fucking shit planned, man. I'm writing down ideas for YouTube content, videos. I'm gonna invest in a fucking decent camera, bro. It's gonna be. I'm telling you, man. I'm excited. Like I am excited. Like I'm actually so excited for that.
Oh yeah!
I'm actually so excited.
Oh yeah!
I'm so excited.
Yeah, baby! Woo-hoo.
I'm actually so excited.
Yeah! Yahoo! Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes, sir. Yeah, let's get it.
We'll see you guys next week. Thank you for joining FireCast.
Yes,